How are you today on this wonderful pre-Thanksgiving day? So we're in Thanksgiving week, so it's every day is a good time to be thankful, but a lot of people are a little bit more reflective this time of year. So extending my warmest wishes to you and yours this Thanksgiving. Today, we are talking about something that I see all the time here at Awaken Wellness. Let's see. Oh, get my screen. Ah. And honestly, a lot of women don't realize it, but their words, their energy, their frequency is running the show. And our attitude, keeping an attitude of gratitude, can be extremely beneficial and play a big part in our healing. Also, guilt, being trapped in a guilt. I need to do more. I need to do this. I need to do that. I didn't do enough. My daughter, who's a counselor, she calls it, or she talks a lot about toxic shame, right? And especially overachievers can get caught up in this toxic shame, get caught up in this being motivated or being driven by this imaginary guilt. It is a real thing. I do think that women are probably a little bit more to lean towards this, a little bit more of that guilt and toxic shame versus kind of mentality. So the truth is, these two emotions, we're just going to keep it simple. We're going to talk about guilt and we're going to talk about gratitude. These two emotions create completely different outcomes in your body. They are absolutely way more attached to your healing outcomes than you realize. Most people are stuck over in this cycle of guilt. Not that they even know it. For the majority, it is completely unknowing and just it's just habit. It's just human nature, right?
If you're ready to take back control of your health, you're in the right place. Welcome to Awaken Wellness with me, Tanya Candy, registered nurse and health coach. Now, I'm not your typical nurse. I consider myself divorced from traditional healthcare. I broke free of the sick care system in 2019 when I realized that the root cause to my sickness, my autoimmune disease, and my chronic pain was me. If you're ready for truth, for clarity, for honesty in a tough, love, compassionate way, I'm the coach for you. Join me while we dig into our root causes of sickness and disease.
All right. So, just listening to my mantra, you can tell that I have had to work through this guilt thing. So, even in my mantra, it says the root cause of my sickness and my disease, my chronic issues, was me. So, now don't get caught up in that. That is a yes. I had a revelation. I got awakened to what true wellness was. And I am working on reprogramming my brain to come out of that place of guilt. I have done the work, I've done the heart work, I've done the head work, and I no longer feel guilty about how I lived, what I did. I am becoming empowered through my awakening, through my education, through my knowledge. So we're going to continue this conversation. I just really want to put that out there as I was listening to my little mantra, like the root cause was me. So there's nothing wrong with taking responsibility for your actions and moving on. Super important that we're able to move forward in a place of release. All right, so let's talk. Um, when you think about your health, like right now, which voice is louder? The one that says, I'm so behind. I just can't do all this. It's overwhelming. The more I know, the worse it is. I don't want to know anything, and then I don't want to be responsible for it, right? Like there's that. Like, don't tell me, I don't want to know. I don't want to know that what I'm eating is bad. I don't want to know that. We need to know where we're at and which voice is louder, right? And that in that headache, that place where we're shaming ourselves, that um again, I'm being left behind, I should be doing better, so and so is over here doing this, so and so is over here doing that. Or you're on TikTok and you're scrolling through and they're talking about moringa, so you buy the moringa. They're talking about methylene blue, so you buy the methylene blue. They're, they're talking about 5T HMR. Oh, I messed that up. 5-HTP methylation issues. So you buy that. You just keep you're doing these things. You're hearing, you're learning, but then you're doom scroll shopping, right? And then you get all these things and you don't even remember why you bought it in the first place. You don't feel confident. You don't know for sure how to use it. And then you're in the next cycle. Then the next video comes along. Then the next type comes along, right? So, like, I totally get that. It's a thing. It is totally a thing. I'm still trying to protein shake here. It's about my time of day where we get the protein shake out and try to get some nourishment going. And oh, good, my notes. I can rewind this. Good, good, good. Okay. So, is that you? Hello? Are you thinking, oh my goodness, I'm so behind? Oh, I should be doing better. I find that all the time, especially with my protein. I'm trying to do 100 grams of protein a day. And at the end of the day, most of the time, I don't quite meet the mark. It's really hard for me. So I'm here practicing what I preach about mindset. I want to be in a form of gratitude and gratefulness that I did get in what I got instead of feeling guilty or beating myself up for what I missed. Constantly thinking, I need to be doing better. I need to be doing better. I already messed up today. Um, Hit me up in the comments if this is resonating with you. Are you constantly beating yourself up? Are you that person who, so even if you do a 5-day no sugar challenge, like everybody, if you're following me, go to awakenwellness.com, go under challenges, I think it says. Let me look. What is that link? I should know these things, right? Go under the tab, that says resources. And I've got a free 5-day no sugar challenge. 5-day. I'd love it if you do 30 days, but a lot of people, 5 days is all that you can do. And instead of on day 3, when you mess up and you drank a soda or you ate a piece of the kids' candy without even thinking, now you messed up your 5-day sugar challenge. And so most of us just go into that guilt and condemnation and just say, forget it. I screwed it up. I'm just not even going to try. And then you spiral and you are like, I messed it up now. I might as well just eat whatever I want, and maybe I'll try again next year or next month or whatever. That is a mindset issue. Those they're habits. We have to change our mind by changing our habits. Behavioral psychology, right? Is how you're going to get over anything. But we've got to get out of this state of guilt and shame. Guilt tells your brain that you're not safe. It tells your nervous system you're not safe. Those negative words resonate energy in your body, in your aura, in what you're calling in. You become an energetic match for those negative things. So like if you're a person who feels like every bad thing that possibly could happen happens to them, you really need this message. You need probably more power in the message than what I'm even capable of delivering. This is very shallow. This is very Nurse Tanya. I'm not an expert in this field, but I do get it. I do have an understanding of the importance of it. So now we're going to flip that, right? Guilt told your brain you're not safe, told your nervous system you're not safe. So, what is the opposite of that? Gratitude. Gratitude sounds coming out of your mouth sounds more like, thank you, body, for getting me this far in life, instead of, what have I done that hurt my body, right? And we're going to think of your spirit per se, soul, whatever, and your body as two separate entities, your physical being and your spiritual being, right? We have to realign them by realigning your thoughts, by retraining your brain. How about if you said something like, well, I'm proud of myself that I made two better choices today, or one better choice today, right? Like, in not focusing on the negative things that you did. Like myself, I tend to be a really all or nothing kind of person. And a lot of that is something that I've used in the past as an excuse for not doing anything. So, this is an example of that. Like, in our grocery store, you have a very small section of organic fruit or organic produce. And of course, it's more expensive. Then, even down in the snack aisle, you've got Cheetos or you've got organic Cheetos. That really doesn't make sense anyway, right? But I was always that person that was like, well, in our community, the way we live, I can't be organic. Like, really, we all know that's kind of a farce, right? Like, truly organic does not exist on this earth if we're really going to go down that rabbit hole, right? We can do better. Organic stuff is definitely better. There's less chemicals, but there's chemicals in all of the air. There's chemicals in all of the water, right? So if you're a really big all or nothing or guilt and shame versus gratitude person, you tend to go and just not try because your clinical brain, that your intelligence says this is kind of dumb. This is not even possible, right? So you just say forget it then. F it all. I'm not even going to try. What's the point in buying an organic apple or grass fed milk if the air has chemtrails? Or, if I have to eat this other stuff or my laundry detergent is poisoning me or whatever, right? Like, a lot of people can really get stuck in that place where if they can't do it all, they're just forget it. Why do any of it? So we're working on that mindset. We want to be in a attitude of gratitude where we're grateful for that organic apple. Even if the rest of our choices that day were subpar, that organic apple, someone took the time and put their heart and their energy into making that produce better just for you, just for me, for my health. They put forth extra effort to make it cleaner in a dirty world. They put extra effort into making sure that that seed hadn't been GMO'd, hadn't been messed with. So it's not just the apple that you're pairing with, you're pairing with that farmer's intention, right? So it's more than just that food, it's your quantum entanglement with people, farmers, whoever is in that process of getting one organic apple to the grocery store. So that's why that thing is worth that extra price, because then too, when you're willing to pay that extra price for that organic apple, you're also saying to your body, you're worth it. In a world full of trash and chemicals, body, you are worth it. So those are so little, but people who understand that really understand that. I know it's hard when you've got a family and when everything is expensive anyway, but I highly encourage you that to remember that we eat way too much, we overeat. So if you are going to eat in proportion, if you are going to be in a place where you're not wasting and you're not overeating, you're not binging, and you're not doing that, and you're not buying a bunch of junk, that organic apple is worth it. That organic produce is worth it. That grass fed beef is worth it. We don't need all of these choices, right? So sorry, I didn't really intend on going there. And again, whenever I'm talking, I am reaffirming these things to my spirit. I'm realigning my spirit whenever I'm speaking to you live on replay, all of that. This is all stuff I need to hear. It's stuff that my spirit needs to hear on a daily basis. An attitude of gratitude says, I can support myself, even if I'm not perfect. Gratitude is a partnership. It is not being so rigid, not being all or nothing. Your body finds safety, your nervous system finds safety in a place of gratitude. And you can be grateful for the hard lessons that the good Lord lets you learn when things aren't perfect. You can find that, okay, this is really not very much fun right now. What am I needing to learn? You know, what is for me to learn in this lesson? Gratitude tells your nervous system it's okay. You can heal now. So, if that's true, let's talk about why guilt blocks healing. And here's what most people don't realize: your body doesn't speak English, right? It doesn't know your words, it knows frequency, it knows intention. It speaks chemistry, which is electricity, which is current, right? Just like I don't know why when you turn on the radio dial in your car and you tune in to the right signal, music comes out. I don't know why when you pick up your phone and you put the numbers in and send a fax, that paper with that picture comes out the other side. This side. I don't know why on a quantum level. Why? I don't know why I can send prayer out into the atmosphere and expect it to reach, right? It's all frequency. So think about that, right? It's all waves, it's all electricity. So when you talk to yourself, your words have power. They can bring a negative energy of guilt, or they can bring a positive, healing, uplifting blessing. Words, spelling, it is a spell. Every time you open your mouth, you are casting out energy that is not going out into the void. It is going out, right? When you spend time bullying yourself, you know, politically correctness, we hear a lot about bullying and things like that in school, but we don't hear about self bullying, right? Self blame, self disgust, whether it's looking in the mirror. Can you stomach your reflection, not your physical reflection? When you look in the mirror and look deep in your eyes, are you riddled with bad memories or things that yucky things that you've done, yucky things that you've said? um, Being in an attitude of gratitude, there may be some forgiveness issues. You may need to seek forgiveness. You may need to forgive yourself. Your brain hears one thing when you're in that guilt and shame. It just hears danger, danger, danger. I'm not safe. Your nervous system detects that. You stay in fight, flight, or freeze. All of these things chronically are working against you. We need them in the instance, right? So we all know the running from a bear, your nervous system kicks in, you get out of danger. That's true, that needs to happen, but when we stay stuck there, we get catabolic. Our body starts to break down. Those states, let me get back to my notes. I get off on a tangent. Let's get back to my notes. In those states, so your fight, flight, freeze, your body is not focusing on healing, it's focusing on survival. That minute, that moment, just surviving. When you're stuck there, your sleep sucks. Your cravings are out of control, your hormones are out of balance, your blood sugar is at a peak valley. That inflammation in your body you just can't seem to get past. Some people don't realize when they look inflamed. Maybe they feel it in their joints. Maybe they're achy. Maybe they're getting headaches, tension headaches. Maybe they've got muscle rigidity, stiff, they're sore. All of those things are compounding. This will dysregulate your hormones no matter what age you are. You'll feel stuck. You'll be that person like I was, like I still am working with it. That person who does everything right, but their body won't let go of those extra pounds. That's telling you your nervous system is out of whack. Your body does not feel safe. Your body is not truly healing. You can be on the best supplements in the planet. You can actually buy them, actually consume them, and refill them, right? And still, if your nervous system, if your mental game is stuck in a place where you're not building health, if you're stuck in a place of guilt and punishment and never doing enough, your body is still fighting against you, not healing with you. I know I'm preaching to the choir. I am that person who's been doing all of this stuff and still longing for more, right? Not being satisfied, not being and ultimately thankful. And I will say, especially when I started my healing journey, I was full of chronic pain and fibromyalgia, and I am so blessed and so thankful that I am not there anymore. I'm blessed and thankful that I have the capabilities of going deeper. Like our healing is like an onion or a jawbreaker with those layers, right? Like I'm still working on getting to the center of that jawbreaker. So we're healing layer by layer and we're thankful for every step. We're thankful for every layer. Now, let's talk about why and how gratitude heals. Gratitude, it's where your energy shifts, where a true, invisible, yet immensely powerful shift happens. Gratitude says, I am worthy of healing, even when I'm imperfect, even when I am just a simple sinner saved by grace. I am worthy of miracles, right? I am worthy of salvation. That can be a really big place that people get stuck on, is receiving here and receiving here. It can be your heart is where I'm pointing, your soul, your intention. Different, definitely different levels of receiving. Trying to get through here that you are worthy of these healing manifestations, right? This is how science meets soul, how spiritual power meets your physical body, and manifesting healing, pairing your faith with the physical cellular you, right? This all happens here. You have to believe it before you can receive it. Doing this softens your nervous system. It lowers the stress chemistry. It brings your body out of survival mode and into repair. Gratitude turns small steps into momentum. Guilt turns mistakes into shame. When you approach healing with gratitude, the question changes. It becomes worded more like, that one is supportive. What is the one supportive thing I can do today? Rather than, how do I make up for 20 years of bad habits by Monday? This is why my clients who practice gratitude consistently see better results. So, when you work with me in a group program, we work on all of these things. We work on our attitude, we look on our mindset, we work on physical things. A lot of people, when they first come into programs, are so tired and so run down that we have to build these things slowly, one thing at a time. My program, my group program, is set up with lots of little reward and gifts throughout the program. And one of those gifts is a 5 minute gratitude journal. So when you get to that module, I send you this little journal. It's just 5 minutes to start out your day with what you're thankful for and end your day with what you are thankful for and noting what could have been improved on. And it is the most powerful tool. We know that we're not perfect. We're not trying to be perfect. But especially when you come into a program like that, my group program, we meet live on Sundays. So we've always got a teaching lesson, and then we're there to support each other. And again, we're quantumly joining our energy. So where the weakest link is, that person in there that is the most tired, that is in chronic pain, we all as a community bridge that energy while they're healing. We heal together in a group, and it is so powerful. I will be launching a new program, a new cohort this January. There's going to be some great bonuses. I'll be talking more about that during our health summit. That is all, just get to my website and look around, awakenwellnessllc.com. If you're curious about what the group programs look like now, just go under virtual And those are perfect for my locals as well as online community. We've got a VIP option here at the store, and our VIPs are included in that group coaching. They're included in the education modules. So, why I say all this is so you could really get a handle on what happens when we quantumly entangle and heal together and we support one another. It is so, it's beyond powerful. It's undescribable. Your nervous system, let me get back on track. Your nervous system has to feel safe enough to cooperate, period. And this is the missing link for so many people. This is a hard concept to get wrapped your mind around, because it's not necessarily something that you're gonna feel. It's going to be that energy, that mystery, right? That as adults we've been programmed to really move away from those things that we cannot touch, we cannot feel. We need to find our inner child in order to truly experience this. Let's see, I'm going to give you some practical tools that you can put into action today. So, one, anybody can get a little gratitude journal, and it doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be someone else's journal. Buy a dollar store notebook. The thing is just to take 5 minutes a day and write down what you're grateful for. It does not have to be fancy at all. And you can be grateful for the same thing every day. You don't have to be like creative and coming up with a new thing to be grateful for. It's okay just to be grateful for that first breath in the morning, for the sun on your face, for your dog that has to go outside and pee that wakes you up in the morning. It doesn't, you don't have to be creative, just be grateful for those little things. So, a few things that you can start today. Hold on. I gotta put my phone on hold there. Sorry, Casey, I'll call you back. A few things. Number one tool, your nighttime swap. So, most women do a guilt inventory at night. You know what I mean. Instead of that guilty, oh, I didn't get done the laundry, I didn't get to the grocery store, the kid didn't get their homework in on time, whatever it is, you know what I mean. The coulda, shoulda, woulda guilt inventory at the end of the day. Instead, say one thing that you're grateful for and say it to your body, like a compliment to your body. And then the next thing that you did well today, even if it's tiny. I got to work on time today. I vacuumed the living room. It doesn't matter. I gave a compliment to the gal at the grocery store who checked out my groceries. All anything, even if it's tiny. And one thing that you're hopeful for about tomorrow. 60 seconds. Really, you can do it in 60 seconds. It's all about habit. Number two, language upgrades. So we talked about words being spells. So if you catch yourself saying, I'm bad, I'm broken, I'm anxious, I'm sore, I'm sick, any of those words, I can't stick, I failed, you hear me, right? Then shift that to I'm learning, I'm rebuilding trust with my body, I'm improving one small step at a time. Number three, focus on the micro wins. Pick your daily non negotiable and then start adding to it. Each week, 2 daily non negotiables. Micro wins, one thing at a time, not 10 things, not 10 things. Even if you make your one thing, some salt on your tongue, and an 8-ounce glass of water before your coffee. Perfect. Micro win, right? It These things are just little. 5 minutes of moving or deep breathing with moving, sunlight, deep breathing, all of these things. A screen free wind down. So pick up a book, right? And choose that over that evening scroll. Say thank you to your body and just say, we did well today. Those micro wins compound. Guilt for 1 minute collapses all of that. Those wins, guilt just collapses them. Gratitude builds it back up. So I want to encourage you, right? Really, truly encourage you. I want you to walk away with this. If guilt could have healed you, it would have worked by now. Your body is not your enemy. Food is not your enemy. Your body is a messenger. And gratitude is what allows you to hear the message, right? So even if it's an upset stomach, be grateful that you can figure out what message your body is sending you, right? So all things in perspective. Respond in wisdom instead of shame. Healing requires safety. Safety requires compassion, self compassion. Compassion starts with how you talk to yourself. We've all heard the golden rule, do unto others as you would have done unto you. And the truth is, that's kind of what we do. Like, people who are short tempered and mean and snappy to others, they are that way and worse to themselves, right? Whatever you are coming out with, out of your mouth, on the outside, is what is built up. It's spewing out from within you. So that's kind of your filter. That's kind of how you know. If you're having a really crabby day, like, sure, there could be a lot of things in play, but get somewhere and get your mind around an attitude of gratitude. If you're crabby because you ordered something and it didn't arrive on time, be grateful that we have UPS or FedEx. We can all be really easily distraught with things like that instead of being grateful that these systems exist, even though they're not perfect. Because life is not perfect. No aspect of it was ever promised that it would be perfect. Let your body know you're ready to partner with it again. You're ready to reestablish that trust and that relationship. If this message hit home with you, stay connected. Here at Awaken Wellness, we do some amazing things. We've got a lot happening. I teach once a week here on our lives. This subject, it doesn't always vary a lot. It might have a different spin from here to there, but we're always talking about these foundational things, these root causes, these things that we can control. We can take back control of our health. We do not have to have diabetes because our grandma did. We do not have to assume we'll get cancer because our grandparents did or our parents did. That could not be further from the truth. Now, I do, before I get off, I want to see if I can screen share and show you guys some things you really must check out. I'm going to show you on my website. We have got a summit coming up that is going to be amazing. I want you to make sure that you get your ticket and make sure that you're there. Now, this is really more supportive of the Mondac, so our region, but it also it does not have to be. The VIP experience happens on Sunday, the 11th, where we will meet in person. And of course, there's going to be a lot of people that aren't able to do that. But the live streaming and the practitioners that will be sharing all work virtually. So if you're not here in the Mondac, we're happy to support you. We are not leaving anyone out by any means. Okay, now I thought I said I was gonna screen share and then it did not. Maybe I have to go like this and then like this entire screen. Ah, there it works. Okay, so many open windows, right? Go to my website. Let me show you this one first. So go to my website and go to events and then go to the Mondac Wellness Summit. And that page, let me make sure that you can still see that. I think you can. Okay, this summit, this is the page for that. I'm hoping this works. So this is our page for the summit. It's all here where you can purchase your ticket. It's going to show you the presenters each day. Each of them are linked. So if you click on their picture, it will take you to somewhere that you can connect with them. It'll kind of give you a little summary of what they're going to talk about. And then again, a way to connect with them. So it's in the evenings each day, starting on 5th, running through that Friday. It's going to start Mountain Time at 5 and then is going to close probably about 8 o'clock or so each evening. Each presenter will have anywhere from 20 minutes to 40 minutes. So there might be some um, downtime in between. Each presenter's time is posted here. You can go through, like I said, you can click on each presenter and see what they are going to be focusing on. And then we will have a VIP opportunity. So if you just want a drop-in pass to, if there's just like maybe one presenter that's all you're interested in and you want to drop in, that is $27. If you do the all access replay pass, that's virtual plus the replays. The replays will live on my website here under the membership login. There'll be they call them a vault, so all the replays will be in there. Then you'll have that for a lifetime, as long as my website will house it anyway. Or you can choose the full VIP experience. So the VIP is the In Touch event. It'll be 2 to 3 hours long, depending on how long everybody wants to hang out. What presenters can make it. There's some that are too far away, but hopefully out of the 18, hopefully we'll have at least 2/3 of the presenters there. They'll be there and we'll have a little like speed dating event where you'll get to do Q&A with the presenters. You'll get a swag bag with lots of amazing offers from our presenters. Um, a t-shirt. I'm hoping that we'll do the t-shirts there. Like I want to have the t-shirt press gals come there so you can choose your color, choose your size, even upgrade maybe to a sweatshirt. we'll see. They were not sure if the kids had hockey or if they'd be able to be there. So if not, when you do register, I'm going to ask for your t-shirt size. So just in case we have to make the t-shirts in advance, we will. Um, we'll have some door prizes, we'll have some charcuterie, some cool herbal drinks, and just a lot of really great conversation. I encourage you to get a ticket and come see us. Another thing, if you scroll down my website, there's Q&A here on this page. Like there's a drop down, it'll answer all your questions. Part of this brainstorm idea of mine is for this to grow into a bigger thing. I would like this to grow into a bi weekly podcast with myself being the host and different wellness professionals in our area. We will reach outside of the Mondac a little bit. What I'd like this to fund is a nonprofit. So I would Awaken Wellness, we're going to start a nonprofit that will help our community in the sense that we will have scholarships available to pay the healers. So, like people who are working with me here in this summit as well in the future. The nonprofit, you would have an application process and apply for assistance. And the nonprofit will pay your practitioner a certain amount in order to work with them. We understand that all of this out of pocket stuff can be really hard for people. So it is my dream to have some relief, to have some help. And I do think that is really going to grow and blossom into something amazing. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to show you here while I am screen sharing is um your I don't think I have a direct link for that on my website. I need to do that. So right now, you're going to only find the link either after you buy a ticket for the summit, excuse me, or on Facebook. I've posted. I am doing a raffle. So I'm super excited about this. I've got some gadgets that are super expensive that we're going to raffle off. The drawing is going to be held at the VIP during the summit. You don't have to be present to win, but that is when we're going to put all the names in a hat or in a bag and draw out of them. The things that I'm raffling off are this mask. So it is energy support as well as light therapy. It's a value of $600 or $700 technically. And there's only 50 tickets for each item. Those are going to be $14 a ticket. I'm giving away this red light panel. It is super nice. $8.99 is the value, 50 tickets, $18 a ticket. So if you have been wanting to try some more medical grade upscale red light, this is a perfect time. Buy a ticket. You can buy multiple tickets for each thing. And then we're gonna do this Nikki watch. So I have one myself. I hadn't been very good about wearing it, and I just got it back out and I've had it on hormone balance. I just put it on last night. It helped so much. I'm having to admit I'm getting some hot flashes. So I'd rather try my frequency than another supplement at this point. So this is a $600 value. It's going to be $12 a ticket. Again, there's 50 tickets going out. So what I need to do, I did not link this you're anywhere. Maybe I'll put a banner on my homepage. Um, if I can show you my homepage. This is the homepage. Our Black Friday deals are amazing, like totally amazing. You can click on them there and find those. This banner is for our peptide company. You can click here and find that. Probably what I'll do is just put another banner right up here on top for the raffle drawing that I forgot to do. Sorry about that. If you're on my mailing list, I will send out an email letting you know about the banner or about the contest. I sure hope that worked. When I do that, I can't tell if it works or not. So I'll be putting out an email with the updates from this live and a link to watch it on Awaken Wellness TV. That is on our channel on YouTube. So I'll include the link to register for the summit as well as to register for those raffle prizes. I think that's another thing that I might do while the red light stuff on their webpage is 50% off. That would be great to have those on hand when people come around for those fundraisers or they're selling raffle tickets. Note to self, I should really do that. So I thank you so much for being here live or being here on the replay. I am a full-time business owner, not a content creator. So every like, every share, every follow happens in a big way. Um, I don't know if Instagram, if that ever worked. I Some of this streaming stuff is just goofy. So anyway, hopefully it turned out all right. Hopefully it is watchable. One of these days, I'm gonna get some editing um, assistance, maybe you could say, and do some good edits and clean these up. Like I said, my goal is to have a podcast. That podcast is going to fund our nonprofit. So we will be looking for sponsors. We will be looking for partners in the Mondac region. And I'm not sure what that is going to look like. But if the partner is going to be one who takes our scholarships, they're going to have some skin in the game. They're going to have to be partnered with us in the fundraising. There's going to have to be a little bit of effort. So, not sure what that looks like. But if you are interested in getting involved with that, if you know somebody who should be involved with that in this phase of the making it come to life, right? And then after that, we will need some help getting the word out there. I may need a little board per se of not necessarily directors, but who goes through those applications, who helps me with the budget, who helps me allocate those dollars. So if you're looking for somewhere that you can volunteer and if you have some know-how about things like this, that would be really good, because the less money I can spend um on the legal BS and the more money we can help the community would be amazing. So I'm looking for volunteers that know something about this. Put the word out. We want to lift up our community like no other. That is my goal here, is to support our awakened community. And that includes you if you're watching virtually. You don't have to be in our county or in our area code. We consider you family. Virtual, that is the amazing thing about that virtual, is that we can stretch out so far. We can reach so far. We may not have deep pocketbooks, but we have a really big heart. So bless you in this holiday season and every season, to you and yours. Happy Thanksgiving.